Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're building some Mills plates. I got a large stack of red plates here so we can do a Mills plate for the Palace Cinema. And then I've got some gray plate here, some dark gray, and that's going to be for, I think we're going to do the Boutique Hotel next. So my plan is to build out both these Mills plates. That way the next few modulars that we get out are going to be the Palace Cinema as well as the Boutique Hotel. But in our last Bricklink order, we got 400 of these 2x bricks. They were all kind of connected together when we got them, so we disassembled them, stuck them in here, and I'm going to try to pick through those and get... some of those are actually really new bricks, and the majority of them are older bricks. So, like you can see here, the difference in these two, for example. So, one's clearly new, one's clearly old. So, I want to use the old ones on these Mills plates because they won't be seen, and then save the newer ones that will probably be used for Mills plates in the future. But just in case we need them to do any kind of, work in the city for any reason, then we'll have some better looking bricks. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. I went ahead and picked through my Technic brick drawer, and I've got some of these 1x4 Technic bricks. You need 8 of those per Mills plate. Now, if your Mills system that you're doing is slightly different, you can always customize your Mills plate to fit your needs. So say you know that you're not making any connections on the back, then you can remove, those two and move them, save them for another system, another Mills system, or, you can always do, no attachment on the front. If your roads locked together and then your buildings locked together, everybody's city is going to be different. So it's really up to you, but we're going to build them in the standard configuration because I don't know exactly what our Lego City layout is going to be, because we're building all of this in the upstairs temporary Lego room, because we're about to start construction on our downstairs basement Lego room, the eventual home of these modulars. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm going to start on the red base plate first, and then we'll do the gray base plate next. All right, so this is kind of how we're laying our Mills plate out. Now, the standard layout for Mills plate is used with 4x4 plates, and you would essentially lay them out like this. So you'd start there in the corner. Normally you'd have a 2x3 here, but just for these purposes, I'll show you how this works. So that kind of gets you started, and then once you get to this point on both sides, then you kind of continue this space for the rest of the plate. And you can see that spacing allows you to have all those in. They're very secure, very sturdy. But for us, we're spreading them out a little bit more because I'm using a different size plate. The price for these plates on the Bricklink sellers website were actually more than for the 4x6 plates. So, this gives me a little more coverage on my base plate. I use less 2x. Actually worked out better for me, so I went ahead and picked those up. So that's why we're spreading them out. There will be a little more stress underneath on the bottom, but when you're doing a modular, most of the structural load is going to be on the outside edge. So as long as your outside edge is really sturdy, you shouldn't have any issues. And we're going to do a totally different layout on this plate because we're going to be using some of these larger plates. So we'll be able to save quite a few bricks, but still make it nice and strong. All right, so we're all done with this this Mills plate. You can see I ran 4x6s, so 4 rows deep, and then I ran them 8 rows wide. So that got me down to here. Then I ran 2, 4, 6, 8 more 4x6s, and then we had a slight area where I could have either ran 2 more 4x6s and then some 2x plates, but I opted to go with the 4x4s and then a 4x8. So that's all nice and locked in there. You can see the bricks are kind of staggered in different directions, so it really just depends on, how you build these depends on how structurally sound and supportive you want them to be. I mean, if you wanted to, you could do an entire solid row of these just, not touching, but it's not really necessary. This is extremely strong. Like, I'm really pushing down on this thing and it's not giving at all. So, yep, that one's done. That one's for the Palace Cinema. Let's move on to the base plate for the Boutique Hotel. All right, so I was about to start working on this other plate, and I was going to use these larger plates to just finish it off nice and easy. 4 of those big plates, and you know the plate's done, but the Mills plate is done. But I was just thinking I am going to be doing some custom skyscrapers for the city, and I will need those larger plates. So I started digging through one of my plate drawers, and I've got a couple of random colors that I can throw in there. It's not going to matter. That stuff's going to be tiled over anyways. It'll never be seen. And I have some smaller plates here that I'm going to try to work in there. So I think I'm going to try to use these first and kind of see where I'm at. May dip in here and maybe pull out some of this light gray, some of the smaller light gray plates, and see how far that gets us. All right, so we've got first row started here. We're running these 6x plates, 6x6, into some 6x8s, and you can see that I'm, just kind of spacing them like this. So that's our spacing, and then I've just got one random in there. You put it wherever you want, just to give the center just a little bit of support, because these are, they're going to flex a little bit more. The 4x plates are a little bit stronger in the center, just just because of the strength and physics of the plates. But so that's how we're running this row. We're almost out of these plates, so we're gonna have to change it up here in just a second. Very unconventional layout for our next section, but you can see it's going to work out just fine for us. We'll be able to lay both of these plates on there, possibly like that, and then another row of these 6 wide plates, and then we've got some longer plates. I'll drop in here just like that. Now we just got to figure out this last section. All right, so I think we're gonna run it just like this. We've got some 8x8s and 6x8s, and then we've got 2 smaller 4x6s there. Just lay our studs out and lock them in. All right, so we're all done. We got that last row locked in. This one is nice and solid. We used a few more pieces on this one than we did on this one, just because it was kind of irregularly shaped. You see, you only catch the light through a couple of slots on that one, where this one you can see through a lot more. So but they're both still very solid. Happy we knocked those out. We're gonna be starting on the Palace Cinema soon, so make sure you click that subscribe bell and turn the notification on, so that way whenever we upload this video to the channel, you'll be the first one to get it. But appreciate you guys watching. If you found this video informative or helpful in any way or interesting, just go ahead and smash that like button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know, how do you guys feel about Mills plates? Are you using them in your Lego City? I know the new road plates kind of threw a wrench into everyone's Lego City layout. So just drop a comment down below. Let me know. I'd be interested to hear what your take on Mills and road plates are. So drop a like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you guys watching. We will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.